Coming up, the AFC, riding a 3-game winning streak, gets set to take on a hungrier group of rivals from the NFC. I'll check you again at halftime. But for the call of the Pro Bowl, let's hand it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's the 47th meeting of the AFC and the NFC as they battle in the 2020 NFL Pro Bowl game. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
95-56, 95-56.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. This complete to Jones.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now Saquon Barkley. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for the touchdown. Mark that down as an 85-yard punt return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They get the stop defensively, force the punt, and they score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Breeze and the NFC come up now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. To throw is Breeze. And right away, he lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. To throw, it's Breeze. And that's incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's complete to his running back, Connor. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Forced out to his left. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. DeAndre Hopkins 62 yards. And the AFC strikes quickly there for 6. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you throw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. Breaks the tackle now with Allen. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll run with the Rams' Todd Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense for the AFC set to go now. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Now he'll throw deep, and this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown! Jared Cook. 63 yards. And the AFC adds on to their lead. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Now Gurley. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. To return is Roberts. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Travis Kelce. 34 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. No. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
Partner, they're up big. They snapped the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT. Yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tied? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, 1st down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. The NFC with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Throwing on 2nd down. Breeze will get this out to Barkley, complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th. Now Breeze lost the football, and that's picked up by the AFC. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. That gain of 15 gets them on the doorstep, 1st and goal. They'll run here with Connor. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And that's picked up by the AFC. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down now, it's Conner spinning past him. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown! James Conner with his second touchdown here in this first half as his guys continue to pour it on. Great play, but admittedly, the tackling in the Pro Bowl, Charles, not always the best.
I would say that they're not quite as committed to getting a guy on the ground in the Pro Bowl as maybe during the regular season and, of course, in the playoffs. But still, heck of an individual effort there on that run.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and an AFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
The previous play is under review.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the route is on here in this first half. Play there defensively, getting the interception. navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this run.
I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now on second down, this is Gurley. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with third and just a couple. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth, barring a conversion here on third down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Breeze to Adam Thielen for an NFC first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Breeze. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Breeze now into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. He's at the 30, 10, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and an AFC touchdown. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve.